Hey, buddy, what are you doing? YouTube's that way. Go back over there. I know. There's a reason why I'm streaming this on Twitch. And, well, we'll get into that. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka Multimedia Jay, coming over here to Twitch and doing everything absolutely wrong. Chat is in emote-only mode. Alerts are off. If people want to pepper the chat with friendly emotes, they're more than welcome to. But for the most part, what I'm doing here, I should say, is basically I am recording a YouTube video for my Twitch channel, and then I'm going to make it into a highlight afterwards, so that if I don't do anything on Twitch for a long period of time, that will be available for people to watch and find out why specifically I consider Twitch to be a secondary platform because of my YouTube involvement. And OBS is complaining at me because it's like, I can't find your live video on your YouTube page. Yeah, that's because I'm on Twitch. Close that. I'll reopen that when I get back over to YouTube. But anyways, this is just going to be a chat stream. I'm doing everything wrong, so I don't think it'll have any viewers. I don't even know why anybody's... I know the first viewer is probably my dashboard. I'm not even running a copy of the stream to see what the audience sees in real time. So I'm in just chatting, which cannot be sorted from low to high. Just chatting is the cool kids club where all the popular folks on Twitch hang out and just do whatever, and they have the numbers to get away with it, and everybody else is like that unpopular little nerd off in the corner that nobody likes. I have some experience being that nerd, so being unpopular is nothing that I am not already familiar with. So, why am I here? And why am I doing a stream on Twitch called Why I'm Not a Twitch Streamer? Well, the reason why I'm doing this is so there will be something on this channel for the people, the nice people that I've met in the Twitch communities that I'm involved with, who come over to my channel and wonder, hey, when does this guy stream? Or what does this guy stream? I mean, I do have the relaxing ESO stream I tried in December of 2021 still on the stream as of when I'm doing this. However, it's going to expire. So I need something on this channel that's not going to expire, that people can come by and see, oh, that's why he does things the way he does things. So all those VOD frogs out there who watch VODs and stuff like that, all two of them or whatever, can have something to look at and know why I am the way that I am. But I cannot say, I really cannot have a conversation like this without saying some nice things about the people that are the reason why I'm here, and not just streaming on YouTube like I normally do. But Vindahlia is live anyways right now, so I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't even be doing a gaming stream anyways, out of respect for, you know, well, I want to be able to watch people. That's one of the reasons why I'm probably not going to make a very good... I don't make for a very good streamer, because if I want to watch another stream, I do so. So it doesn't really lend itself to me being a kind of regular streamer that people are looking for on Twitch or even on YouTube for that matter. So no, I am a YouTuber through and through, circa 2006 on that one. I was involved in the early days of YouTube when YouTube had a lot of things in common with the way Twitch is nowadays. It was before all the corporate crap. So I suppose we should get into that. But before we do, shout outs to the friendliest Twitch streamers that I've ever had the pleasure of getting to watch, be part of their Discord communities, and just overall have fun with them in general. And that is the ESO streamers Vindahlia and Mackie Phoenix. These two are the reasons why I'm here having this conversation. So when people come over to my channel and maybe toss me a follow, they can see this and get the rest of the story as to what's going on, why I am the way that I am, and why I do things the way that I do things. But I am here in part because of the utter friendliness and hospitality of Vindahlia, the Vindahlian Society, her fan base, and Mackie Phoenix and the Phoenix Squad, her fan base. They're both ESO streamers. They play some other games from time to time though. But yeah, they're both ESO streamers, very friendly people. They're both late night too, so they all stream during the night shift hours that I stream at, which is why I'm here at 2:19 in the morning my time here on the US East Coast. But there's the thing. So I'm doing everything wrong because this is basically a YouTube video. Chat will be in emote only mode and alerts will be off. So Yeah, so I am here because of Vindahlia and Mackie Phoenix, and just the sheer amount of friendliness that I've seen from their fan bases. It's great to run into a gaming community full of nice people that you want to go play video games with. So in this case, Elder Scrolls Online, which is my main MMO. My gaming series over on YouTube is called Play Some Stuff, with the tagline, "It's time to play some stuff." So, recorded that one in the late 2000s, so cool that I've gotten so much mileage out of it. But yeah, Play Some Stuff is my gaming series over on YouTube. Started out as review-ish type videos, then evolved into like let's play type stuff, and now in the streaming era, I'm doing gaming streams over there. ESO is my main game, but I'm open to streaming other games as well. So, all right, let's talk about this, since I've already basically won on irony so far about why I'm making a stream on Twitch called Why I'm Not a Twitch Streamer. All right, so I'm established on YouTube, and I'm a YouTube partner. Small one, but still a partner. My YouTube presence is tech videos and some around the house videos. I've had some appliance reviews and other, how-tos and stuff go viral in this Jay's Geek House. Nice little house I managed to snag when it was available for rent. So instead of having an apartment, it's great to not have neighbors through the walls, especially when you're doing stuff like what I'm doing. And the peace and quiet at night when everybody else is sleeping, I sound tested the house. I can run the subwoofer and nobody's going to hear it unless they're snooping around right outside my window. So it's cool to have a place where I can basically live a night shift life and do studio-ish stuff when the neighborhood is quiet because everybody is sleeping. And so over on YouTube, I have a tech series called The Wacky World of Multimedia J. It's basically me tinkering with computers and other stuff around the house. Been doing it since 2013. And one of the computers is back there, Tuxedo, sitting back there in the project area. I've been meaning to install Windows 7 on it to make it a Windows 7 era gaming system. I already have an XP era gaming system in the silver version of that computer back there. But the thing with this is that over on YouTube, I'm established with videos. YouTube streaming was a clunky, complicated mess in 2020. So when the technology for live streaming became available in my neck of the woods at a competitive price, I went and I picked it up. And so I've been trying to I saved the Twitch VOD offline of my first ever Twitch stream, and which was basically my first stream ever from the spring of 2020. We're heading towards the spring of 2022. And the biggest thing that I've learned in 2021 is that you don't want to be a streamer anymore. Twitch has enjoyed the kind of growth and popularity and mainstream acceptance that it has largely because of YouTube's screw-ups. So you figure a lot of the biggest Twitch streamers out there today grew their followings in the late 2010s. Well, guess what also happened in the late 2010s? The YouTube adpocalypse. People getting fed up with YouTube and cutting back the ad revenue for partners and things like that. And then people found out in the late 2010s that the ad revenue you could get from YouTube could maybe pay a bill or two or something like that, but you could pay your rent as a Twitch streamer. So even as a little Twitch affiliate, the numbers to get some critical mass on Twitch were basically a lot lower than they were on YouTube. So there was an exodus of YouTubers over to Twitch to become streamers, some of whom are well-known streamers today who started out with YouTube channels and are now known as Twitch streamers. So this is a pattern you see if you compare Twitch versus YouTube from a technical and a business perspective. You see over and over again that whenever YouTube screws up, Twitch benefits. But the thing is, when you think about streaming and what it entails, especially if it's live only, and there's the classic paradox of live streaming. If your content isn't live, it's dead. And you think about what you're going to be doing for your adult life. Being a streamer loses a lot of its luster very, very quickly when you think about what you want to do over the span of your life. Think about it this way. You spend 5 years in online media. You spend 5 years doing something video related, and your choices are between making videos and streaming. You make a bunch of good videos that get views on YouTube for years, and people remember them years down the road because they went viral or they were really informative or entertaining or whatnot, and they view your YouTube video like a classic DVD on their shelf, or I guess nowadays it would be a classic movie in their online collection in the cloud. Or you streamed, you went everywhere with a camera, and it wasn't about what you were doing, it was simply about the who. It was you, and people were basically virtually hanging out with you. Now think about this. Do you really remember what you were doing on, pick a random date, like say November 1st, 2013, January 15th, 2018, October 7th, 2019? Unless something big happened on that day that you can make a YouTube video about, it's probably hard to remember, because one of the things you learn about as you get older is that the days start blending together. And so that's the thing, you'll end up, after 5 years of streaming, you'll end up with an archive of VODs if you saved them and they didn't expire, or you didn't have a scandal like DMCA Mageddon over here, where Twitch went around and said, oh yeah, to be on the safe side, delete all your clips and VODs, even though you've been on Twitch for 5 years or whatever. Wipe out all that stuff that you've been saving on your channel so you don't get copyright strikes. Things along those lines is just not very appetizing to think about. So the question you have to ask yourself when you get into this stuff is, where do you want to, it's literally that classic interview question over and over again. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? So you make videos for 5 years. Some of them go viral. They become hits. People remember them because of what they are, or 5 years of VODs if you have the drive space to save them or the cloud space to store them. So, and maybe you'll hire an editor along the way to make a YouTube video of the highlights at some point, so you'll be able to remember it better. So in either way, you become a YouTuber. Even if you call yourself a Twitch streamer, it is inevitable that as Twitch streamers become more involved with what it is and learning how this all works, they will wander towards being YouTubers. It is inevitable. They will wander towards becoming YouTubers. And there was even guidance sent out to Twitch partners, which of course some folks reported on, like in the blogosphere, about streaming on Twitch. There was some guidance where Twitch themselves, the brass at Twitch, were telling partners, yeah, make some YouTube videos for discoverability. So in this case, you have this platform has told people to become pseudo YouTubers in a sense. So if you're going to end up as a YouTuber anyways, just go to the OG platform as far as I'm concerned, because then you have streams if you want to. If you're too burnt out to stream or your connection is terrible, you have videos in short form. YouTube's answer to TikTok. Versus over here, where we watch like a TwitchCon speech or something, and the brass is talking about doubling down on live only. Well, that has consequences. And once you become smart enough and experienced enough to understand what pure live streaming does over a long period of time, it is impossible to play dumb and just go along with it. You're going to want to get into something else. Some longtime Twitch streamers that I've had a lot of fun watching over the last year or two, since I've really been watching stuff on this platform. Previously, I was watching things once in a while, like major gaming events like Mario 64 speedruns and stuff, going all the way back to about 10 years ago in 2012. But some of the personalities on Twitch that I've become familiar with over the time I've spent getting into the whole Twitch scene and whatnot on a regular basis instead of just once in a while, a lot of these personalities are actually wandering away from being a streamer all the time. They're working on their YouTube presence or their Instagram presence or their TikTok presence, or a combination of the three. I like to say that in today's environment, you should probably be keeping an eye on Facebook too, because Facebook, far from like the old lady platform where grandma sends you pictures of memes and updates on how she's doing, the Facebook is going in the direction of being more omni-media as well. I talk about this a lot in my chat streams on YouTube, but in case you've never seen any of them, Facebook with Facebook Gaming is just the beginning. The blue team is definitely working on turning Facebook into a persona-friendly platform where people can follow your page and get videos, text updates, streams, both regular and gaming streams, the works, on one platform. So if you do the typical multiple platforms thing so that the internal audiences of each one get to know you, then get to know you through them. Facebook is going to be a very, very meaty platform to be on if you are involved in multiple platforms like that. So the world is changing. And yet, I watched that GlitchCon speech where you had one of the brass at Twitch, and the one time they really communicate directly with the users like this, except through partner emails to the partners only, the one time they have the big event where they talk about what they're doing on their own darn platform, you got one guy whose mic isn't even working half the time on a live streaming platform, guy involved as somebody important in a live streaming platform can't even live stream properly. What? How does that even work? And then you have somebody else who's like, oh yeah, we're doubling down on live content instead of VOD content. We think live is better. Yeah. So that unfortunately has consequences. And as more and more people figure this out, I think what will force Twitch to change direction is the changing industry and people figuring out all this omni-media stuff, where it becomes more worth it to be involved in various places and not just being a Twitch streamer. Matter of fact, you look at the origin stories of many big Twitch streamers, they often have a background somewhere else and started streaming. It's not like streaming gets you from zero to hero these days, or any day for that matter. Let's fire up PowerPoint and let's put the OBS on screen number 2 here. Get my pointer back and let's fire up this slide. Here are all of my reasons why I'm not a Twitch streamer. You can read them as you will, but we'll be going through them one at a time, and we'll be highlighting them by drawing little boxes around them as we go. So first order of business, Twitch is smaller than YouTube. I know that with how incredible Twitch is as a streaming platform, #1 streaming platform in the world, I think. But the thing is, it's a big fish in a small pond, so to speak. Streaming inherently is very limited. You're talking about watching people live who need to be able to put on a proper live show, and so you can only watch one at a time. And now on top of that, as if live streaming hasn't recreated the television problem all over again. As if live streaming hasn't recreated the television problems that we probably know of. It's stuff like that. No, I usually put OBS on that side of the screen. I'm just shuffling a few windows around here. As if this hasn't been an issue before on TV, we have the inability for there to be a proper VCR, DVR, so to speak, because it is part of Twitch culture that, oh, watch the VOD frogs. It's a bad thing to watch a live event after the fact if you missed it, which is weird because in television, VCRs and DVRs, people have been able to do that stuff for decades, but it's taboo in the live streaming world. So you set yourself up as a streamer, and you are really, really restricting yourself. So yeah, Twitch, largest streaming platform out there, but that doesn't mean it's big. It just means it's highly specialized and big at what it specializes at. There is a Statista report on the biggest social media platforms out there by active user base. Twitch is never in that list. Twitter is in that list. TikTok is in that list. Facebook is in that list. YouTube is in that list. Twitch is not. Twitch is niche, smaller, was originally focused on gaming as the gaming offshoot of Justin TV. There are expansion categories, and Twitch has done a good job of expanding to resemble a purple version of YouTube with some not just the expansion categories, but categories that might have previously been TOS on Twitch, such as non-interactive content. If anybody remembers the non-interactive content rule, where there needed to be a streamer and there needed to be interaction with chat, well, now there are traffic cams and wildlife cams on Twitch. So there are traffic cams and wildlife cams on Twitch. So Twitch obviously had to cave on that one. It makes me wonder if they'll cave on any of this other stuff. But yeah, Twitch is smaller than YouTube, grotesquely so. There are numbers that Twitch folks brag about in the millions that YouTube has in the billions. If you want to get all Dr. Evil and be like millions and billions and mix that up, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, Twitch is smaller. Twitch is smaller than YouTube. And as a subsidiary of Amazon, Twitch is in a different position than YouTube as a subsidiary of Google because of the way the umbrella companies manage their subsidiaries. It's a different world for Twitch under Amazon than it is for YouTube under Google. Google turned YouTube into its video its video, the face of Google in the video world, and shut down their own Google video competing service after they acquired YouTube. Twitch, however, is not in that position under Amazon. Amazon not only has other video services, but Amazon will also license out the core technology of Twitch. If you wanted to make your own live streaming platform, you can pay a licensing fee or whatever, probably not worth it money-wise versus just streaming on Twitch, but it's there. It's a product offering that Amazon offers. So yeah, Twitch is smaller than YouTube. Biggest streaming platform out there in terms of hours watched and hours streamed, but biggest streaming platform out there. But remember, those numbers are biased. When you look at, for example, the Streamlabs Stream Hatchet quarterlies that I look at every couple of months, the latest one for Q4 2021 is due out any day now. Don't know if the numbers will be messed up, will be affected by the Streamlabs controversies of a couple months ago, but I will check them out anyways. But remember, when you look at those Streamlabs reports, Twitch includes its expansion categories like just chatting. YouTube and Facebook are limited to just game streams. So even the numbers don't really paint the whole picture. They don't really paint the whole picture of Twitch versus YouTube versus Facebook. And of course, Tencent's trying to do Trovo and stuff like that, but that's a completely different discussion. We mentioned this earlier with the discussion of TwitchCon speeches and whatnot. Twitch doubles down on live streaming only and all of streaming's drawbacks. It's most interesting. Someone is most interesting when they're live. When you're live, you're competing against literally everyone else your audience might want to watch when you're live, and good luck winning, especially when full-time streamers logistically will have an advantage over you in terms of money, resources, and available time in order to be there for their audiences. So live streaming is very, very, very restricted. It's live. You can't plan anything. Well, you can sort of plan stuff, but you're winging it when the camera's live. You can't edit. There is no editing. There is no tightening things up to be a better use of your audience's time. That's what your YouTube editor will do when making a highlights video, but the live stream is not that. And of course, how about if you're a PC streamer? You're doing like what I'm doing, chatting at your computer into a microphone. You're sitting for like 6, 7, 8 hours a day. That can cause health problems, similar to what an office job can do, and stuff along those lines. Plenty of drinks, ladies and gentlemen. So Twitch doubles down on live streaming only, and because of that, Twitch is therefore in the crosshairs of all of streaming's drawbacks, and everybody who gets mixed up with Twitch, so to speak, everybody who gets involved on Twitch is also in the crosshairs of those problems. Now, here's a big one. This is one of the examples where Twitch gets, I mentioned YouTube is more professional than Twitch and less emotional. Twitch tends to get more personal with some of the rules they have, and they tend to cross lines that YouTube does not. The banned streamer rule. Per Twitch policy, you are supposed to persona non grata people who get banned, including blocking them out of your broadcasts and not advertising them. It's why Pokimane right now is referring to the YouTuber who messed with her and her fan base as D-John. So, because you're not supposed to talk about people that are banned. You're supposed to persona non grata them. If you end up in a match with them in a tourney or something, if you're playing games, you have to block them out of your broadcast. You're supposed to basically act like they don't exist. That's a step further than what YouTube does, where YouTube only points the cannon at oh, we should put chat in here. Chat. Let's make this in as a reminder. Well, it's a reminder to get back to that later. The banned streamer rule. So on YouTube, there's an anti-circumvention policy. If you are banned or you're restricted from live streaming or whatnot, you're not allowed to use other channels in order to get around that, because that can lead to more disciplinary action on your main channel, or your new channel gets shut down or whatever. They've been iffy on the enforcement of that, though. I've seen people get banned for nudity on YouTube and come back and become monetized, partnered, and one of the most successful, highest viewed YouTube channels in their category, in their geographic area. Seen it before. So sometimes, if someone does turn over a new leaf, YouTube doesn't get in the way, but it is policy that anti-circumvention. What doesn't exist on YouTube, though, is the need for you to stop talking about or just pretend that the banned person doesn't exist. The banned streamer rule is essentially a online media version of, like, if you're ever in a really strict religious tradition, you get kicked out and the people that are left are told to have nothing to do with you. And so no matter what kind of friends or whatever you are, they are ordered to shun you. Outside of Twitch, that is something that raises eyebrows, but apparently people seem to be fine with it. And it makes somewhat intellectual sense, but not from a real world perspective. So it's no, it's not a good way to treat people. So, and here's the other question that Twitch is going to have to answer for probably sometime in the next 10 years. You screw up when you're like 17, 18 years old, high school age and whatnot. When you're 27, 28 or 37, 38 and you're a completely different person because you've grown up somewhat, then what? And so this is one of the reasons why I say that social media is probably going to end up more regulated during the 2020s, because these hard questions need answers, and they need answers sooner rather than later. Next up, YouTube is more professional than Twitch and less emotional. And I'm going to talk about the chat moderation thing as well as part of this. I tend to find YouTube closer to corporate America than Twitch. Some people may not like that. But when you're talking about whether or not someone's petty and unprofessional and stuff like that, I see more of it from issues involving Twitch employees and things along those lines. The big thing, though, with regards to this difference between the platforms is chat moderation. So we talked about the banned streamer rule, how it's a bridge too far, a step too far, etc. Goes a little too far in terms of telling people to deliberately shun and persona non grata people that have been kicked off the platform. You can't even talk about them, so to speak. You can't knowingly advertise a suspended user. So the other part of this is, and this was really not a good thing when there were the problems with hate botters earlier, which you have in the technology section over there. So on Twitch, the streamer is responsible for moderating their chat. So somebody comes in, does cause a total ruckus in chat behind the streamer's back, and then reports the channel for not moderating their chat, which is something you can check in the report thing. Get some buddies to do it. You can get someone banned that way. For TOS, not monitoring your chat. So what other people are doing is something the streamer is responsible for. On YouTube, when you go into a YouTube stream's chat, there's a big red box that pops up and says, remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. YouTube comments, although it doesn't look like it sometimes, are subject to community guidelines. YouTube chat messages are subject to community guidelines. The chatter is responsible for their behavior on YouTube. On Twitch, the streamer is responsible for the behavior of who's in their chat. Major difference, but more stress on the streamer. Should I not be surprised then that Twitch streamers are so prone to drama when this institutional difference between the platforms could easily work someone up? Favoritism with discipline and TOS, no big surprise there. Major complaint about the way that the Twitch brass handle violations of their own policies. So the biggest streamers get away with stuff. I know this because I've been seeing it a lot in the last couple of weeks. And I'm not just talking about the Pokimane issues that have been going on as she's been at the receiving end of various forms of drama. Yesterday, I had the non-privilege of seeing a large Twitch streamer who is also a Twitch ambassador radically break TOS by threatening to hunt someone down and kill them. The VOD's been deleted since then, but as always, the way things are with people putting everything on YouTube, the VOD is on YouTube. I think it's on the official VOD channel for these folks. But this is somebody insanely breaking TOS, doing something that gets you fired on the spot for zero tolerance workplace violence stuff in corporate America. They still streamed. They're still not banned. And they're still Twitch ambassadors. So I don't know if someone at Twitch is behind the eight ball on this, but someone could send them the YouTube cue point. Someone could probably send them a YouTube video of what these people did while live on Twitch. I don't know if they treat it that way, but it's just, yeah. So, but here's why I'm making such a big deal out of this. So we have big Twitch partners threatening people and getting away with it. At the same time, little Twitch affiliates, and I wonder why Twitch affiliates are so angry a lot of the time. Little Twitch affiliates can make an off-color joke about killing someone in a heated gaming match and get indefinitely suspended for threats of violence and spend months trying to appeal the decision through Twitch's glacially slow support for affiliates. So just this alone, just the differences between how big streamers and small streamers are treated. Why should I be anything here? Why should Twitch be anything for me other than a secondary platform? Why? When I'm happily involved in the chats of numerous big streamers, want to be there having fun, why would I risk getting banned because of something stupid like what I've seen multiple Twitch affiliates have happened to them in the last 365 days? Some stupid little thing, indefinitely suspended. They spend months getting their accounts back, if they can even get them back at all. Why should I be a Twitch streamer when that goes on? Next up, and this is something I have a problem with Patreon on too, intermingling with far left politics. YouTube's known as a liberal platform being based out of California, but Twitch is known for being much further to the left. So you see it in the attitudes of Twitch employees on Twitter, as well as how they act on stream, the policies that get enacted and stuff along those lines. Twitch is very, very California. And I can say, one of the things about content creation is that the audience you attract, reflects on who you are as a person and as a personality. So if you are incredibly toxic, you'll tend to attract a toxic audience. If you are incredibly wholesome, you'll attract a better audience. It might be smaller, but they'll be more well-behaved. So if Twitch is kowtowing to angry political folks on the left, how does that not end up attracting the very kinds of Twitter trolls and other far-left trolls that I see getting mad at people for not being progressive enough? So the problem with this in business, and this is one of the reasons why corporate Democrats, the people that the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortezes of the world make fun of, corporate Democrats have some things right. One of them is the cosmopolitan approach to business and stuff. If you want to be a successful business owner, you want to make your business as big as possible, you need the biggest customer base possible. How can you do that if you're excluding certain groups of people? You want to do business with and make happy customers out of as many people as possible. You don't divide things up or get really divisive. You do everything you can despite your differences. So when I see Twitch looking very, very political with the stuff they feature and the way their employees act, I can't help but think that maybe the company is getting too politically charged, and that's going to impact the ability of pretty much everything in terms of how everything is administered with Twitch, but also, who is associated with the platform. I mean, I am very, very cynical of Twitch when I talk about what I call the multimedia meta, which is basically, the way things are multimedia wise. So yeah, I'm concerned about Twitch getting too political. I know the company's based out of California. I know it's very easy if you hire a lot of young employees to end up with people with very highly charged, youthful political views. But business requires a lot more level-headedness and not getting thrown off by small things that come up along the way that mess with your emotions. No respect for established creators. This is something that I'm sure a lot of YouTube, and it's actually one of the Twitch streamers who got indefinitely suspended because of a technicality and spent months getting their account back is a YouTuber who is more established on YouTube than they are on Twitch. Little Twitch affiliate on Twitch, but like tens of thousands of subs over on YouTube, videos getting thousands of views, much more going on over on YouTube than on Twitch. So here's the thing. I mean, Twitch is, we mentioned that Twitch is the little guy in terms of the three big platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So in terms of three big streaming platforms right now, I should say. But you would think that with Twitch being in the position that it's in, with two giant companies growing their live streaming offerings, YouTube gaming, Facebook gaming, you would think that Twitch would be a little nicer to people not starting from square one as a Twitch streamer. If somebody is established on YouTube, that creates a little bit of inertia, or Facebook, I should say, if there are creators involved with that stuff. Or Instagram, why don't you just take pictures of yourself and you want to come over and try streaming? If someone is already established somewhere else and something like Twitch isn't compelling enough, they're not going to make the move, or they're going to make the move and it's not going to work out all that well, and they'll just go back to whatever else they were doing. I really think that people coming over, if you are a YouTube partner, for example, I think you should be able to start as a Twitch affiliate over on Twitch and grow from there, not have to start over from scratch with no transcoding and all the stuff that Twitch rookies get treated with, as though you were doing content creation for the first time. So no respect for established creators. There's no real nod to people who have already found success somewhere else. And I think that basically means that what this ultimately, just bring up something here. I think what that ultimately means is that when you start over on Twitch, you're really starting over, when you really shouldn't be starting over, because you already know how to be good as a content creator. You're just getting into live streaming instead of making videos or taking pictures. Next up, Twitch's audience skews younger. I myself, I'm 39. I have some gray hairs. I'm an elder millennial, essentially. So my decade in terms of being nostalgic is the 2000s. So I'm old enough to be that way. So now it doesn't necessarily, it basically means I don't really think I could really be popular on a platform that is so popular among younger people. And before they stopped reporting how many minors were using Twitch, minors, by the way, how many minors are using Twitch? I used to mention 20 to 25% were teenagers. So I don't know. I'm basically a middle-aged guy. If you are a teenager who watches Twitch, I'm probably old enough to be your father. So YouTube, however, has creators that are all over the map. Let me actually look at that. That's what I was bringing up. twitchadvertising.tv/audience, which is basically where Twitch's advertising business sells Twitch to potential advertisers. And they talk about numbers and demographics and all that good marketing stuff. The latest number that's being posted as of when I'm talking right now, 70% of Twitch's viewers are between the ages of 16 and 34. The usual star demographic for people selling stuff is 18 to 34-year-olds. 16 to 34 is 70% of Twitch's audience. That is young. Meanwhile, over on YouTube, you will actually see older people making videos, or maybe even streaming or doing vlogs. You know, there are some content creators that I'm familiar with over there that I remember from the OG days of YouTube, who now have all gray hair, and they might have grandkids and whatnot. Might be old enough to have grandkids. So you'll actually find the older people like myself over on YouTube, because Twitch is still very much a kid's platform, so to speak. It'd be nice if I could have a reason to try and become a Twitch streamer, but it's very, very rough, very, very hard for us. Now, how about the one that some folks have been chuckling at because it abbreviates to ASS. ASS, Angry Small Streamers. So I mentioned the whole thing. So ASS, Angry Small Streamers. This is a specific type of Twitch streamer who's usually a Twitch affiliate with like 10 to 20 concurrents, who's making a lot of noise on Twitter. These are the people that chase clout by picking fights with people on the internet, not realizing that when they look one way on stream and another way, I have it also over there for two-faced Twitch streamers on Twitter. But yeah, people who look one way on stream and another way on Twitter, it makes you look bad. And people, if they have to choose between watching you with those drawbacks and watching someone else with those drawbacks, they're going to watch someone else. And so you look at their Sully Gnomes and you look at the numbers for their channels over the history of when they've been streaming, and they don't have growth. And maybe they've had no growth during time periods when there was a lot of growth on Twitch, like the late 2010s. A couple of people that have gotten upset with me on Twitter, I've gone and looked at their numbers, and yeah, they found a way to not grow as a content creator in the mid to late 2010s. Look, I was over on YouTube making tech videos, and I found a way to grow my channel back in those days. You probably should look in the mirror if you were active in those days and you didn't grow. There's probably something you did that you could have done better. But here's the problem. Because I've encountered these angry small streamers starting arguments on Twitter, blocking you if you disagree with them even the tiniest bit. Yeah, because I've encountered these people, I don't want to be lumped in with them. If I'm a Twitch affiliate right now, barely, I got to the 3 and I haven't tried to do anything since. I got Twitch affiliate as a bucket list item, haven't tried to really do much since. I was playing Super Mario Kart, by the way, on the SNES. But yeah, so angry small streamers. I don't want to be associated with this scene of all these little 10 to 20 viewer Andys who are starting arguments on Twitter and making Twitch look like a bad place. Make more Gordon Ramsays in the world if that's what the F is Twitch? It's like, yeah, I don't want to be associated with this scene of angry small streamers who start stuff on Twitter and only have like 10 to 20 concurrents. I don't want to be lumped in with them. I'm from a different generation and I have a different mindset towards content creation than they do. Part of that is that you're a decent human being and you're not like one way on camera and another way on Twitter. Okay, next up, and this is the one I got Twitch affiliate for to find out about. Twitch affiliate sucks versus YouTube partner, and some think it's good. Yeah, what you get with Twitch affiliate is you get locked into a contract of an exclusivity contract and whatnot, and it's very, very, very made fun of across the blogosphere and, people making chat videos and other videos on YouTube. But the Twitch affiliate contract is lampooned at various places outside of Twitch. There's a way to lock in talent so they don't become it basically holds people back in the long run. And quite frankly, I think Twitch needs to cave on this sometime. And I think at some point the conditions will be such that they do. But let's look at Twitch affiliate versus YouTube partner. With Twitch affiliate, you get to monetize your streams, which means now you get to do the stupid little pre-roll dance where you have to run ads in order to not get pre-rolls. Meanwhile, when I stream on YouTube as a partner, I can turn off video ads. So my audience gets straight into the stream. It doesn't get interrupted. There's little banners that pop up or things appear in the window off to the side, the non-video ads that YouTube has. But I can, as a partner, disable advertisement types. Twitch has been messing around with those things that shrink your stream down and put something on Amazon and a bar across the bottom. That's cool. But until people can turn off certain types of ads, I have zero reason to stream over here. It's either I work as an affiliate. I would not become a partner with some of the stuff that's in those contracts, but it's either stream over here as a Twitch affiliate with restrictions galore, a 24-hour cooldown period before you can do anything on YouTube, even though YouTube has more traffic, more videos, more algorithms, more technology rolling around to help you get discovered and to, things along those lines, and a culture that is biased towards those other formats besides live. So the if it's not live, it's dead thing isn't a thing. Matter of fact, stream replays, as I call them over there, because VODs is kind of a silly word. VOD means video on demand, and it's an adjective. But the YouTube answer to Twitch VODs are basically extra long YouTube videos. So if you have enough show flow, aka you keep things going, then it's worth watching after the fact. What I'm doing right now could be listened to as a radio show after the fact. I'm not sitting here eating pizza because I got hungry and I didn't stop the stream to order Uber Eats or something. I don't believe in the stalling meta that you hear from the big streamers, like, stalling. Yeah, have a 12-hour VOD that people don't want to watch because of its length, because you didn't plan things out and keep things going. No thanks. And Twitch affiliate sucks versus YouTube partner, and some think it's good because it's easy to get. But, you know, you can get Twitch affiliate with you can get your 3. Here's the thing. The longer you do stuff and the more you get involved in communities, the more people are going to follow you. I've gotten some followers, and I don't even do stuff on Twitch. Not a lot, anyways. I've gotten some followers just by being involved actively in Vindahlia's community, Mackie Phoenix's community, and these are smaller streamers with like 2-digit concurrence and barely 3-digit concurrence in the case of V. She might hit 200, but she's definitely not like some of the Korean streamers or Jay Streezy or whatnot that are like 500, 600, heading towards 1,000. So being involved in these communities is fun and whatnot, but yeah, Twitch affiliate. And let's also not forget static CPMs, as well as who watches VODs on Twitch. If you put after the fact content on Twitch, which you get uploads, but the UI on Twitch isn't friendly to them. The UI is friendly towards highlights, and it's friendly towards highlights and clips. But you know, the way of, you know, bouncing people between after the fact content, even like discovering things through clips and highlights, isn't a thing on Twitch. It just, I've tried it before too. I go to a Twitch streamer that I like, I try to watch all their most popular clips, and I keep getting bounced between 4 of them instead of going through all of the ones I haven't seen. I can't like binge watch them. So it's just the UI on Twitch is horrible for anything besides live streams. It's great for live streams, better than YouTube. But once the content isn't live, it's dead. It's just really. YouTube has the opposite problem, by the way. This is such a big difference between the platforms, by the way, that YouTube has a problem where the way it works on Twitch, people decide they want to watch streamers, the what, and then they find streamers to watch, the who, and I don't mean the classic rock band. Meanwhile, over on YouTube, the way you see it with streamers who actually get concurrence on YouTube, first people need to know about the YouTuber, the who, and then they have to have the notifications and stuff turned on so they can see when they're live and catch the stream, the what. So YouTube streaming literally is the inverse of Twitch streaming and how all that works and how you get discovered. So, but yeah, Twitch affiliate, it sounds like, you know, you got partnered on YouTube, but when you think about the stuffy exclusivity, where are you going to get your ad impressions from for the passive income part of making money? I mean, are people really going to watch your VODs all the time to give you ad impressions? Will the ads even play? No. You need to grind away and grind away and grind away live, something that gets unhealthy the older you get, in order to stay in the game, so to speak. As opposed to on YouTube, you make a good video, people watch it for years after the fact. You get ad impressions, views, engagement, the algorithms like you because people are liking your stuff. So yeah, 5 years of YouTube videos versus 5 years of Twitch VODs. Which one would you rather have after 5 years? Especially when you're young, in your 20s, you have all your looks and stuff and all your energy. How would you rather spend your time? See what I mean? All right, into box number 2 here. I'm talking about this like it's a government form. Encourages bad content via a culture that shuns proper show flow. This is something that I've noticed when I've been live on YouTube and I tried to bring my YouTube stream over to a Twitch streamer's Twitch stream. The big one for me was Vindahlia with Splatter Day. There are a couple of times I tried, coming over and competing in the Splatter Day competition because Vindahlia has next to no presence on YouTube. So here I am streaming on YouTube. I go over to Vindahlia's event and I'm trying to give the algorithms something to munch on so people can find Vindahlia when they search for her on YouTube and have a way of easily getting to her Twitch page and clicking follow. Been doing that quite a bit. I've been doing that quite a bit with some of the Splatter Day events, but the big thing I've run into is that her constantly stopping and talking to chat means even the most rudimentary things take a lot longer. Last night, I ran a dungeon with Mackie Phoenix, daily random normal. Should have been a nice quick thing. But Mackie kept talking to chat, so she kept stopping and stopping and stopping. And of course, you know, the whole that's part of what live streaming is about, is interactions with people and stuff like that. But the problem is, you have to choose in terms of the long-term life of your stuff. Now, if your discussion with chat is interesting, then watching your stream or large chunks of your stream after the fact is like watching an old radio show. You know, you'll still hear all the cool stuff that happened. Maybe you listen to it, or you put it on screen too, or what have you. You will still hear all the cool stuff that happened. The thing is, though, once you get away from live streaming, it is about how you respect your audience's time. That is huge. People don't like watching videos that struggle to get to the point, or that spend 10 minutes having a 5-minute discussion. People don't like it. Once you are outside of live streaming, the rules change radically. So in terms of how your streaming content translates even into highlights videos, it is extremely important that you know about this tug of war, that streaming will take you in one direction, and videos and literally everything else that is crafted, like videos in short form, will take you in another direction. So that's why I say encourages bad content, because people don't like videos that struggle to get to the point. But that's exactly what you're going to get when you take a Twitch stream or a stream in general and you try and make a YouTube video out of it. It's going to be very hard to go from one side to the other unless you're really good at editing. And even then, I mean, you look at Ginny TTY, for example, and the views she gets as a massive Twitch streamer. At one point, she was one of the most watched female streamers on the platform. I think she still is. One of the Stream Hatchet quarterlies put her as one of the largest female streamers on the platform. But her views on YouTube are not the views that I see from large established YouTubers who've honed their craft over the years and make videos that get straight to the point and talk about what they're supposed to talk about. And they SEO optimize and are good with search engines and stuff, versus, I walked around with a camera for 7 hours. How can I make a YouTube video out of it? So, yeah, it encourages bad content via a culture that shuns proper show flow. That's a term from my college radio days. If you don't have flow, you don't have a show. So keep things going. And that's what I do when I'm streaming on YouTube as well. I want people to be able to watch. If they want to see my progression in ESO, I want them to be able to watch after the fact and feel like they're not missing something. So show flow as well. And something else I should probably mention, if you've ever been to a self-promotion Discord, you can tell who the YouTube streamers are, because that's further down. YouTube treats streams like videos. We'll get to that later. All right, next up, the emphasis on concurrence. To viewer Andy, pop-ups. Actually, the pop-ups don't show up on this scene. Okay, good. Let's see. Emphasis on concurrence. This is a system issue. This is a culture issue and a system issue on Twitch, and it is unique to Twitch. If you look at what it takes to become a YouTuber, a YouTube partner, it's based on 4,000 public watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. And subbing is free on YouTube. It's basically the YouTube answer to the Twitch follow button. Over on Facebook, you have to be active for 14 days, get a certain amount of followers. You can join their level up program as a Facebook streamer. Emphasis on concurrence. The emphasis on concurrence, though, when you're trying to get Twitch affiliate and later Twitch partner, there's a concurrent goal. The problem with any kind of concurrent goal in terms of being a streamer is that it creates an environment where you are soft banning yourself by doing content that doesn't meet the goal. Take 3 concurrents on Twitch, by the way, for Twitch affiliate. So when you first get started as a streamer, you may have the whole new toy effect. You may want to stream as much as possible to get as much practice in as possible. But if you don't have 3 concurrents, you are soft banning yourself from getting Twitch affiliate. The entire time you have less than 3 concurrents, it counts against you. The entire time. So the way you do it is you find something that will get you 3 concurrents, and you stream that and stop when everything drops below 3. You end stream as quickly as possible. Is that really the way to get established when you get into streaming and really want to do it and get good at it and practice it? YouTube is a better streaming environment for when you're just starting out like that. You can start out PC streaming. You need 1,000 subs or something like that to get to be able to do phone streaming. But you can do basic game streaming right off the bat with just a verified account and a verified email. So There's no emphasis on concurrence. So whether you have no viewers or 100 viewers, doesn't matter. YouTube partnership is based on watch hours, and the watch hours you get from the not enough concurrence that you get in your streams helps you progress towards YouTube partner, holds you back towards Twitch affiliate. So if you're literally a 2-viewer Andy on Twitch as a brand new streamer, you are hurting your progression towards affiliate, but you're getting watch hours. If you do it on YouTube and you only get 2 concurrents, you are getting watch hours that count towards your progression to YouTube partner. It's a good thing on YouTube. It's a bad thing on Twitch. And then you have, of course, the whole elitism. I have more viewers than you, blah, blah, blah. And all the ways that someone's concurrents are used as a way of insulting someone on social media, Twitter, even Twitch itself, etc. So probably one of the most unhealthy thing is getting people obsessed with their numbers in any way, shape, or form. I have 1 concurrent right now, and I'll bet that concurrent is my Twitch dashboard, which I have open on monitor number 2. I'm in just chatting at the bottom. Just chatting cannot be sorted low to high. I am in the wrong category to get anywhere with this stream, and that's perfect. And I have everything else turned off. It's, I'm doing a lot of stuff wrong here. And that's on purpose because I want to record something that can be on my channel and be watchable later. But yeah, emphasis on concurrence. The two-faced Twitch streamers on Twitter who haven't figured out the whole how they look matters everywhere concept. So be consistent so people know who the heck you are and don't have to wonder if you're messing with them. So yeah, we mentioned this earlier with the angry small streamers, but it's not a good idea to look like one thing in a stream and another thing on Twitter and another thing on Instagram and another thing in a YouTube video. No. You want people to be able, you're talking about a situation where people, it's a parasocial relationship, but it is still a relationship. People have to know. People have to know what you're about, who you are, and why they should like you and why they should watch you. And you only convolute that by being different types, basically being different people on different platforms. I will tell you that I am a nerd on all platforms. I'm cynical on all platforms. I crack smart-ass jokes on all platforms. I tell either bad jokes or dad jokes a lot of the time. I'm old enough to tell dad jokes, so it's and I'm very critical, and I'm the kind of person that wants to get to the bottom of things. I'm the guy who is skeptical of the sales pitches and people's attempts to psychologically manipulate me. So, including through stuff like trying to sell me something. I am like that on Twitch. I'm right, as you can see right now. I'm like this on YouTube. I'm like this on Twitter. I'm like this on my blog. I'm like this elsewhere. Anywhere I can express myself, I am like that. So, it's not a situation where I'm being nice on camera and nasty on Twitter. I don't believe in that. I will be skeptical and getting to the bottom of things everywhere, because I know that being a two-face doesn't help you. So, static CPMs and worse revenue splits. YouTube's current ad revenue split is like 55-45 in favor of the creator. And they also have dynamic CPMs, so the content of your video determines what the CPM is. And this is part of what I call the Twitch bowl effect, where Twitch kind of gets by off of what their what their user base doesn't know. If you are brand new to content creation and you get affiliate on Twitter, you get Twitch affiliate, and you're like, look at that, I got a CPM. For every 1,000 ad impressions, I get a couple of bucks. Not going to say the number because that's internal business information. Same thing on YouTube. You don't say CPM numbers, but look, every time I get 1,000 people watching an ad, better get thousands of people watching my streams. Please watch me so I can get peanuts. It looks cool if you don't know about dynamic CPMs, but when you get over to Google's side of things with their robust advertising business and different videos making different amounts of money based on the content, static CPMs looks blah. And then, of course, the 50-50 revenue split on subs. Oh, it makes sense. You do the streaming, Twitch has the platform, and yeah. YouTube is 70-30. Facebook's trying to not do it at all. Silly Facebook. Nah, just kidding. But yeah, all the ways that that Twitch holds people back by bounce rates from advertisements, the pre-roll, mid-roll dance, all this other stuff. The 50-50 thing is lampooned all over the place. Here's a big one for the last couple of months, and one of the big reasons why I stopped streaming on here a couple of months ago and only come back sporadically from time to time. Weak technology, DMCA, and hate botters. Without something like Content ID, it was incumbent upon rights holders to create the robot systems that crawl Twitch looking for infringing material and auto-issue DMCA takedowns, because there's no alternative for rights holders to assert their rights. Over on YouTube, as Ludwig says with "not in this car," over on YouTube, this whole situation with that is that, yeah, you get Content ID, and the rights holder on Content ID can set the policy. So you'll get blocked, tracked, monetized. They take your ad revenue, something along those lines. You can get that kind of stuff. They can also DMCA you if they wanted to. But for the most part, you know, in terms of making money off everybody using commercial music in YouTube videos, the record companies, you will just, take all your ad revenue. So, of course, YouTube also has the so-called right to monetize nowadays. So if you're not in the partner program, they still place ads in your videos and stuff. So, and the people, YouTube partners are concerned that that's dropping the ad revenue because it's spreading it out too much. And I can believe that with how things have been tanking and whatnot over the last couple of years. So people have been freaking out about it too. Used to be the case someone could comfortably be a full-time YouTuber off of ad revenue when they got big enough. Today, no. Better sign those brand deals. So yeah, weak technology, DMCA, and hate botters. Too easy to create a spam account. The so-called hate raids that I've been hearing about are a lot of times they are basically people botting, and they program the bots to say hateful stuff, and it looks like a lot of people, even though it's just some nerd with too many computers. But just the fact that that's possible is a technological shortcoming of Twitch. There was also a time when Twitch was known for people getting doxxed and swatted because your IP would get leaked as you streamed on Twitch. So hackers could get that and, hey, I didn't order this pizza, and all the nasty stuff that can happen as a result of that. But yeah, well, it's a given that being a lot smaller than YouTube, and YouTube's under Google and stuff, that Twitch is going to have these problems. It's a given that, there'd be a technology issue. I do applaud Twitch for their improvements to the left menu over the last 6 months. If I ever feel like watching more than a handful of streamers at a time, I can easily find more people to watch. But these things though, with the hate botters, the DMCA issues, and the other stuff like that, and then you have big streamers who are sticking their nose in the air and be like I think Hassan was one that did that. Sticking their nose in and be like, oh, well, you're just don't be a snitch and only stream this type of stuff. No. You draw the ire of the rights holders, and the platform gets worse if it doesn't have technology like YouTube does. Oh, and by the way, we want to talk about this whole TV meta over here on Twitch. Let's talk about YouTube expanding into movie rentals and being able to buy seasons of TV shows. Getting into traditional media sales on YouTube versus some robots are auto DMCAing Twitch streamers. We might have to ban one of our partners that makes us a ton of money in order to not get blown out of safe harbor. Yeah, sorry. I've been a tech person for many, many years. When I see a tech deficiency, it means something to me. Next up. Stuffy Twitch exclusivity contracts, the affiliate contract being the big one. Twitch is unique as the only platform with this kind of exclusivity. YouTube doesn't have it. Facebook doesn't have it. What more needs to be said? Holds you back. If you want to multi-stream, you have to deliberately be out of the affiliate program, which locks you out of reliable transcoding and stuff. Oh yeah, don't forget, Twitch, it's not on this list, but Twitch makes transcoding into this big luxury thing. Only partners are guaranteed to get transcoding. So if someone's watching on a slower internet connection, they can scale your stream down and not get buffering. It's only guaranteed to partners on Twitch. It's a baseline feature on YouTube because streams are basically YouTube videos over there. So you can be a nobody streaming for the first time ever at 4K, and the stream will scale down to 1440p, 1080, 720, 360, 240, or 482, by the way, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, stuffy exclusivity contracts unique to Twitch, And it's the sort of thing where someone who's naive to content creation won't know about the drawbacks to it. Worst audience ratio in the industry. I get this from the Streamlabs Stream Hatchet quarterlies. Don't know how accurate it's going to be with all the Streamlabs scandals from earlier, but in terms of hours watched versus hours streamed, Twitch is usually the worst by a wide margin. It's a measure of how saturated a certain streaming scene is. So, I mean, but the thing is, YouTube might go too far in the other direction where there isn't the critical mass. I know that with what I've seen from my ESO streams on YouTube, if you have concurrence at all, you're having a good day. Unless you're an established ESO channel that attracted an audience through videos. That Harris Heller thing again. Make YouTube videos in order to grow your audience on your streams. Yeah, doesn't have to be a Twitch problem. It could just be a streaming problem. And we know streaming has problems. We talked a bit earlier about the opportunity costs of streaming. Opportunity cost is an economic thing. If you spend money on something or something on something, what else could you have done with that money or something that you spent? So if you spend 5 years streaming and you work yourself up to being a Twitch affiliate with like 30 concurrents or whatever, what else could you have done? I mean, could you have done better with YouTube videos? Especially if they're evergreen, not time sensitive, and people can be interested in watching them after the fact as well. And the algorithms pick up something, goes viral, and it passes them around. So, what about that? So, yeah, I really think, you talk about the mental health issues of streamers, and Dr. K has his thing and stuff like that. But the opportunity cost of streaming, I think if someone's been involved in streaming for long enough, they will eventually have, if someone's involved in streaming long enough, they're eventually going to have those what if thoughts. What if I made videos? What if I did more of a mix of things? And, I think some streamers are quietly waking up to this. And that's why I'm seeing some of my favorite streamers here moving more towards being YouTubers or more, variety creators, so to speak. They do some streaming, some Instagram photos. They do some other stuff here and there, but they have multiple presences on multiple platforms, and it's not just about stream grinding anymore to them. And in some cases, some of them have had mental health crises, and so they had to back away from streaming so much. So YouTube treats streams like videos. If I wasn't trying to hide that I'm streaming this on Twitch because it is very off topic for me, I would open my Discord and show you, but I can tell you it's a thing in Vindahlia's Discord. You can see when I stream, because I'm on YouTube, you see the stream itself and you can play it straight from Discord versus all those Twitch streamers. You see their profile picture and you see twitch.tv/whatever. So it's extra clicks if people want to see it after the fact. But if people want to see my streams with all the show flow and stuff as I play through ESO, they're basically Let's Plays. Unedited Let's Plays when they're done. But if people want to see me doing stuff in ESO, they can watch it from directly in Discord. And you know how it goes with embeds for these platforms, right? There's less ads when you watch things through embeds on websites and stuff. That's probably one of the reasons why I have some problems with monetization on my tech videos when they go around Twitter or Reddit or something along those lines and people aren't actually coming over to YouTube to watch them. All right. We've mentioned this all throughout the discussion, but it bears repeating and deserves a bullet point that the better Twitch streamers that I watch are becoming more like YouTubers. They're figuring out that they can't stream grind, and it's not a good idea to stream grind, so they're working on more evergreen stuff. Mixture of some do Instagram, some do TikTok, some do YouTube, and of course I'm rooting for the YouTubers. Grab a nice camera that does widescreen, make a nice, beautiful video, and have people appreciate it for years afterwards. That isn't stream related either. Craft something from scratch and make it into something nice. And at the conclusion of this discussion, and this is just the blunt truth, nearly all of what I can do on Twitch, I can do better on YouTube. So let me just give you an example. We've talked about transcoding. I get that on YouTube. I'm not guaranteed to get it on Twitch. There's the issues with DMCA and a potential false flag from an automated system. I'm more likely to get that on Twitch where there isn't the kind of alternative technology for monetization for rights holders, hate botters, even the thing where, I can get in trouble for not moderating my chat versus on YouTube. Individuals are responsible for what they post, whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's a comment, whether it's something in your community posts, or whether it's a message in someone's chat. There have even been YouTubers erroneously banned for spamming Pepe frogs through like Better TTV and stuff because the system thought they were spamming when they were typing Monka W a bunch of times over and over again. Or Pepe Laugh Tea Time or something. I think some of that's kind of been fixed since YouTube has become more mainstream of a streaming platform. I think Fwiz and the fine folks over at YouTube Gaming have done a pretty good job with that kind of stuff. But yeah, well, that's also the big reason why I Twitch is a secondary platform for me, because most of what I could stream on here, it's better if I stream it on YouTube, because I'm more established on YouTube. I have more options available as a partner, and just the technology and the environment is different, and it's more conducive to me doing that kind of stuff. So I guess the question you might want to ask is, well, Jay, why are you even still here? Well, here's the thing. There is one thing until YouTube fixes it. There is one thing that Twitch does better than YouTube that I could do on this channel. It's something that Amazon does that I don't see from Google as a competitor. And that is watch parties. I do have Amazon Prime. I could do Amazon watch party streams on here. For DMCA reasons, I cannot obviously export them to YouTube. It needs to be a Twitch thing for people with Amazon Prime. So that's something I can do over here because it's unique to Twitch. YouTube doesn't have an answer to it. They don't have any kind of watch party functionality. So I can come over here and watch TV shows on Amazon Prime and do reactions and stuff like that. I've been meaning to test one of those out for a while, though. I can join the TV meta through the official Amazon watch party thing. And check how the VOD playback works too. If people have Prime, see if they can watch it after the fact and have it stop and start if I'm doing reactions to it. But I really think Amazon should go in that direction, especially with the obvious love that a lot of Twitch streamers have for watching TV shows on stream these days. For those watching after the fact, it's January 20th, 2022. So Pokimane got that ban for watching TV shows on her stream, and of course DMCA is still a thing and stuff along those lines. But yeah, so I have an extremely hard time in 2020 when I first came over to Twitch, I wanted to build this up as something that is on par with my YouTube involvement. But with the size differences in the platforms, the tech differences, and the cultural differences, I don't know if that's even worth pursuing anymore. And of course, the monetization differences as a Twitch affiliate versus a YouTube partner, static CPMs, everything we just talked about in that PowerPoint slide. So most of what I could do on Twitch, it would be better if I did it on YouTube. And it's just the competition isn't there from Twitch. That would make me want to change platforms with it. The only thing I can think of is watch parties. So again, I want to say thanks to the communities of Mackie Phoenix and Vindahlia for the friendliness they've shown me. I'm a rather intense person. I can be cynical and critical, as I'm one of those people that doesn't like lying to people in order to keep them happy. So I dig for the truth, and if it hurts my feelings, oh well. The truth is what it is. It's objective. It's outside of us, and our opinions on it don't matter because the truth is what it is. So I just want to thank the folks who inspired me to have this conversation. Maybe if things change or some other developments happen, I might find something to do on this channel besides watch parties. But as it stands right now, just about everything I can think of that I could do on Twitch is better on YouTube. Even the music thing. You heard some samples of some YTAL tracks from, I think Track Tribe does both of them. I think the other one, like Aaron Kenny or something. But the two music tracks that I use for this stream are from the YouTube audio library, and it has some incredible music these days. Versus if I came over to Twitch, I would have to do Stream Beats or something, or Epidemic Sound or something like that. So I'm involved. The bottom line is I am a YouTuber, been a YouTuber since 2006. I am involved on YouTube. I'm established on YouTube, and Twitch really hasn't given me the kind of experience that would make me want to get established on Twitch. It's a one or the other thing. So I'm already established on YouTube. YouTube does everything I need it to do. It makes it a lot hard. It makes it a lot harder for me to really justify trying to get involved, trying to get established on Twitch, especially with the crossover between the audiences. So, or the bigger audiences that are available over there and whatnot. So anyways, To everybody who watched this, thanks for watching. To the after the fact crowd, thanks for watching as well. Those of you that watched whether the VOD of this before it expired or the making it after the fact and stuff. This is the kind of chat stream stuff I like doing on YouTube. So I'm glad that people are following me on Twitch because they get introduced to me with some of these communities over here. But my main jam is YouTube. So the real thing to do, if you like what it is that I do, is go to youtube.com/multimediaj, subscribe, ring the bell, set to all notifications, because streams on YouTube are tied to your bell settings. So you can follow me on here. You can even throw me a Twitch Prime if you want. I'll just, the money from Twitch Prime, if I ever get up to the payment threshold, I would use to work on like the YouTube videos, the streams, things along those lines. But it's the sort of thing where Twitch, because of my established involvement on YouTube, can't be anything more than a secondary platform. And that's really all it's going to be, unless something else comes up or something changes at Twitch that really makes me want to come over here again. But with the current state of this industry and the business and stuff like that, I don't know if that's going to happen. So thanks for the follows, for the people that have followed me, but make sure to sub on YouTube and ring the bell. That's where the real stuff is that I do. I also do stuff on Instagram, mostly ESO screenshots and stuff like that. So I even have a Space Hay page because I'm from that MySpace generation. But Twitch, I think most of my involvement on Twitch is going to involve being the guy in the chat, watching a lot of streamers, enjoying what it is that they do, putting some cute emotes in there, trying to make people laugh, make people feel happy and whatnot, and just overall having a good time. Because what fun is any of this if you don't? Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, this is Multimedia J signing off. Thanks for stopping by.